off. Thank you upstairs for letting it be clement for a little wee while anyway, because we've been worried all weekend as we've been out here finishing off getting very wet. My name's Phil Tooley, I'm the fundraising coordinator of the Chesterfield Football Club Memorial Garden, and I'll be emceeing you through the initial celebrations and unveiling of various plaques here, and then when we all move across into the West Stand for dinner. I'll no doubt be talking at you again there a few times, so I'll apologise in advance for you seeing more of me tonight than you probably want to on a normal Saturday night. Here at the Memorial Garden, I'll not say too much about it because we'll get inside and we can talk a little bit more about it inside. But this isn't the official opening, there's still a little bit of work to be done. We've got a pergola to come, we've got some seats to come, we've got to alter this lamppost into a more fitting lamppost and various other bits and bobs. But the building is finished, it finished at 3:30 yesterday afternoon, having only started on June the 10th. So very, very, very quick work by the builders. I'm going to ask His Worship the Mayor of Chesterfield, Alexis Duke, just to put his hands over his ears at the moment, because we did get the letter last Friday saying planning permission had been granted. We don't think we'd have got it done in a week had we only started last Friday. And our excuse is they, instead of addressing the letter to Mr. Tooley, they put it to Mr. Tooled. So we never got it. Alexis, we never got it. Okay. So we're going to unveil 5 memorials while we're here that are all very fitting parts of this wonderful memorial garden, which we believe is the finest memorial garden at any football league club in the country. And it's a living, breathing thing. We're going to continue it. It's not just like when the pergola and the seats are up, it's finished. We'll be selling memorial plaques, and there'll be profit made on those, and that'll be to develop the garden further and to also enhance it and add new features as we go along. We've got plenty of garden to get at, as you can see. The first memorial that we're going to unveil is a memorial to Bob Pepper. So if I could ask the members of Bob's family to come and take their place to unveil with Ian and Pete. I know Nigel's here because I've been speaking to him. Where's Nigel? Oh, there he goes, he's sneaking through. I don't know if it's just going to be some representatives or... Oh yes, I can see the family resemblance there. You've not got a pipe, have you? You always used to know when you went to Saltergate if Bob was in, because the window would all be open, there'd be pipe smoke coming through the little window in the minuscule edge. Johnny, how you do it? In the minuscule little window. And Bob passed away 12 years ago, I think it was, 14 years ago, and they've been waiting for the right moment to have some sort of memorial. So if you want to go up to Ian and Pete, and we'll unveil the memorial especially for Bob Pepper, who was a long servant for Chesterfield Football Club. So no doubt Dave, the photographer, might have a word about how he wants you to all line up. But,
no, it's good.
Nigel, do you want to get on that side and actually do it? There you go, so memorial for... Oh, well, we'll wait until they're in position and get it done. Okay, so, well, we can... don't tread on my plants. Right, okay, unveil away. 3, 2, 1. The memorial, when you do see it, you'll be able to see it closer, is an aerial photograph of Saltergate, which of course is remembered here, and the turnstile in front of the memorial is a turnstile from just above where Bob's office was, from the centre stand at Saltergate. So it's a fitting positioning of the memorial for a man who served the club so well for so many years. So that's memorial number 1, the Bob Pepper memorial. Thank you very much, family. We've travelled up from mainly from Staffordshire today, so the member of the family who was latest lives in Ashgate. The next memorial we're going to unveil is the British Legion plaque, and that's going to be unveiled by Bernard Page, MBE, who's been the Derbyshire chairman of the Royal British Legion for many, many years, since 1969, and Joe Roberts, who, in addition to the British Legion, does sterling work with the Staveley Veterans Association as well. So this is the British Legion Memorial. They've been instrumental in helping us and giving us sound advice onto getting where we are. So, okay, Joe and Bernard. And I actually haven't seen this myself, so I will tell you what it says on it. It was wrapped up when it arrived, it wasn't wrapped in. The Staveley District Branch of the Royal British Legion, they shall grow not all, and we not all left the world. They shall not weary, nor be in contempt. In the morning. We will. Now the next plaque is a plaque to remember Fred Greaves. Now, you might not know the name of Fred Greaves. You ought to know. If you're from Chesterfield, you ought to know the name of Fred Greaves, because Fred Greaves is the only man born and bred in North Derbyshire who won the Victoria Cross. And he won the Victoria Cross for his actions in the First World War. You'll be able to read about his actions in the programme later on tonight. Now, his daughter, Hazel, who is a feisty lady, aged 87, was due to come and unveil, but unfortunately a couple of days ago she did have a tumble, and so unfortunately she's in hospital at the moment, so she's unable to do that. But I will invite the High Sheriff of Derbyshire, Mr. David Coleman, if he will go and unveil. I've seen David around somewhere. Oh, he's already there! Well done, David. Yes, that's an ex-policeman for you, in the right place at the right time. So this is to remember Fred Greaves, born and bred in North Derbyshire, and the only such person ever to be awarded the Victoria Cross. The irony is I actually wrote the words on here, but I've forgotten what it is. So it says, Corporal Fred Greaves, BC, 9th Battalion of Sherwood Foresters, North Derbyshire Regiment, 1890 to 1973. The only North Derbyshire born and bred man to be awarded the Victoria Cross, the highest and most prestigious award for gallantry. Fred later became a sergeant and showed extreme bravery on October 4, 1917, holding down the elite, disabling and capturing enemy machine gun war battle. The fourth memorial that we've got to unveil is this corner here, so those of you who've been furthest away, got the best view now, and it is a memorial to Dave Blakey. And it's going to be unveiled by his widow Kathleen. I know Kathleen's here, she is coming along here, along with the Mayor of Chesterfield, Councillor Alexis Duke. Now, Dave is the longest serving player in Chesterfield's history. Joined the club in 1947 and retired in 1967, having played 658 first team games for the club. That's more than 100 more than anybody else in history. And we thought we'd mark that. Dave sadly passed away earlier this year. We had a minute's respect for him here at the football match. It was absolutely fantastic. But we've got an absolutely wonderful memorial for Kathleen to unveil.
Oh, look at that.
And there's a plaque adjacent to it in memory of David Blakey, 1929 And we are happy enough, the artist who produced the mosaic, Robert Malley's here tonight. He's a bit shy, Robert is, so it's probably not where you're going to
Lovely.
But I can tell you, he tried to direct him here earlier on today. He'd never had his scouts directing badge. He was by Domino's Pizza in town. It still took about 45 minutes for him to get here. But the final memorial that we're going to unveil is the Chesterfield FC Memorial to the fallen heroes during the course of the First World War, which of course the 100th anniversary on Monday of the start of the First World War, August 4th, 1914. There were 10 people killed during the First World War who had associations with Chesterfield Football Club, and there were 6 people who had associations killed during the Second World War, 1939 to 1945. So we've got a war memorial that will bring these people back to life. One of the things that you'll be able to see across in the dining room is a copy of the board that will tell you which will be about where Pete's standing there. That'll tell you a little bit about the times, the life and times of these people, so they'll not be forgotten as well. So this is to be unveiled by former Chesterfield player Albert Collins, who played for Chesterfield during the war, joined the club in 1940 and played till 1946. So you know, some of the names from the Second World War will be familiar to Albert, and also the Lord Lieutenant of Derbyshire, Mr. William Tucker. So if Mr. Tucker and Mr. Collins. Oh, here he goes. He's going all the way around. It's like you can play the wing, and he goes all the way around the left-hand side. When Chesterfield got to the semi-final of the Northern League, the League North Cup in 1945, they eventually lost the aggregate to Manchester United, and Albert scored in the previous round against Liverpool. He scored in the semi-final. Up the other end, Albert. Up that way, look. He's taking the plaudits. And he scored in the semi-final against Manchester United. But that all pales into insignificance because in one of the earlier rounds he scored a hat-trick against Mansfield. Hey. So not many people that can say they've done that. So the war memorial, the memorial to the Chesterfield FC fallen heroes, unveiled by Albert Collins and the Lord Lieutenant of Derbyshire. And we are delighted to have at the dinner tonight. We've got the great-great-grandson of Gerald Graham, who was killed in the First World War here, and we've also got the widow of Alan Slyman. She remarried, and her son is here as well. He was killed in the Second World War. So we've got